Do you have any sort of kind of regrets looking at the world-class side that we did have?
I have one regret, and I always said so.
How's it going, people? Craig Mitch here, and welcome to the Euro Social. Today, I am joined by former Spurs midfielder and talkSPORT presenter Jamie O'Hara, and we have a special guest as well, former England manager Sven-Goran Eriksson. I want to speak briefly about your time at England, and obviously having what a lot of people were calling the golden generation, and having all of these fantastic players at your helm back then. When we go back to the World Cup in 2002, I've got to ask you, what was running through your head when obviously that Ronaldinho free kick went in and we actually went crashing out? What was running through your head? Because I think I read somewhere that you said you believed we wasn't really ready at that World Cup anyway.
Well, I think we were ready to win the World Cup 2006, and we should have done better there, for sure. And I couldn't see any other team better than we 2006. 2002, Brazil were a better team than we. We did very well against them first half, but second half, even when they were in 10, we couldn't get the ball from them. And I was criticized, say, why don't you attack? Bloody hell, I thought, to attack, you have to have the ball. And they just kept it. And we were running. They changed Roberto Carlos from left side to the right side, 50 yards. So I was, of course, extremely disappointed. But if you look at the result, we could have won it. But I think it was a fair result, 2002. They were better than us. Even if Ronaldinho makes a goal, he still, every time I met him after many years after that goal, I always tell him, you were lucky. And he always said, no, boss, I meant to score a goal from there. You're joking, I said.
Do you think he meant it, JB? Do you think he meant it?
No, of course he didn't mean it. It was a cross.
Of course.
It was. He maintains it to this day, though.
He still say he wanted to score from there.
Obviously, he's a superstar, but we had many superstars in our ranks. One of them, of course, was David Beckham. What was it like, managing someone like David Beckham at the height of his mania, where everyone was just obsessed with a player like David Beckham?
No, it was very easy because he was an extremely professional player, working very hard, helping everybody, coming in young players. I remember when Rooney came on, he's talking to him, he's helping him and things like that. I think he was a perfect captain, even if some people had different opinions about that. But for me, he was a captain. And you can never discuss Beckham's commitment to England or to Manchester United when he played there, or Real Madrid or whatever it was. Then another question is, I never understood how he could cope with everything around him, but he could. That didn't affect football at all. So, and I mean, if you have players like that, it's easy to manage them. Because they are super professionals.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, Sven, that team was, growing up, just watching that team was incredible. The players, do you feel like we should have won something? Do you have any sort of kind of regrets looking at the world-class side that we did have?
I have one regret, and I always said so. I should have taken in a mental coach before 2006, the World Cup.
Oh, wow, okay.
For penalty shootouts. But I thought we don't need that because we have an experienced team. We have so many players who played 2 years ago. Many players, some of the players playing 4 years ago. But that was a mistake. And if you say, if we should have won anything, yes, 2006, yes. Maybe doing better 2004 as well. I have no regrets about 2002 because I think Brazil were the better team. And they won the World Cup there. But 2006, That is my big. We should have played the final there. Because if Italy they were not better than we. I don't think so.
You just mentioned 2004, and obviously in 2004, a young Wayne Rooney burst onto the scene. That was when he really made his mark on the world of football. What was it like for you seeing Wayne Rooney and then obviously working with Wayne Rooney, because obviously he's gone on to be England's top goal scorer and Man United's top goal scorer and an absolute legend?
Yeah, of course. And the amazing thing is in England that sometimes he's been criticized. What do you want him to do? Scoring more goals for England, for United? That's not, that's incredible. And now and then those kind of players coming up, and he was 17 years old when he was picked for England the first time. And he acts like a 27-year-old player. Tactically incredible and physically strong. Mentally, wow. When I told him the day before Turkey, it was a qualification game at home. We played Turkey, and I thought I will tell him the evening before that tomorrow we're going to start. Okay, he said, that's it.
No, that's it. It's okay.
Not wow. He took it for granted. Yeah, of course. I'm starting.
That's amazing.
And he played well. I think he never was nervous, or he believed in himself and was sure that he could handle any situation. And he could.
Sven, was there anyone that was really difficult to deal with?
No, those difficult to deal with, I didn't pick them.
I like that. I like the way you put that.
That's an advantage you have as a coach, and especially coach of a national team. You don't need to pick them if you think they are not fitting in. And sometimes it happened maybe, but no. It's important to know that for all the players playing for England, when they put on the England shirt, that's one of their highlights in their career. Everyone is so proud of playing for England. And of course, going to a big tournament, it's even more, great for them. So when they put on that shirt going on the pitch, they want to perform. You don't need to tell them run or doing that. What you have to do is in training, take it easy a little bit, boys. We're playing an important game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Rooney and those players tackling. If it was a trainer a match for Rooney, it's the same thing. Hey, come on, Rooney.
That's good though.
Sometimes you have to no, take it easy. Don't. But that's great, and it's attitude they have to the job they shall do.
Yeah, Sven, quickly before we head out, I just want to ask you as well. A lot's been made in the past about England camps. There seems to be kind of cliques. They talk about that generation as well as being quite cliquey. So maybe the big players would stay with the big players, or club players would stay within their clubs in the canteen. When I went with the England squad to World Cup in Russia in 2018, everyone was quite together. There wasn't really any cliques. Everyone was kind of just gelling and mixing together. But did you see any of that? Because a lot of footballers say back in those days, it was quite cliquey and there was like hierarchies.
I heard some people, not a lot of people, but some people saying that. And I was disappointed because I couldn't see that.
Okay.
When I was in it. And if that had happened, if that's true, they should have told me at that time.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see that. And when we're playing training, I couldn't see one shouldn't pass the ball to another one because it's Liverpool, Manchester United, or whatever it is. No, I never saw that. Then if you're going taking a coffee in a coffee shop, maybe you go with your teammate in club levels.
Yeah.
But I think that's normal. No, I didn't see that. And I hope, and I think that wasn't a big problem at all, for sure.
All right, last question. Can England win the Euros?
Yes,
And if
they
so,
can.
how are they going to do it? In your opinion, if they can?
I told you before, defend, counterattacks, and feed Kane in the box, and you will win it. The only problem you have is how tired are you? Because those playing in Premier League, they have played more. Many of them have played more games than any other football player.